Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Zappy here, back again with Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 1. We are on episode 25, and in the last episode, Section 9 is now no more. We do not have that outfit. We are not sponsored by the government anymore, and all of the Section 9 members have gone their own way. They have split up. They are now independent. Whatever they do, they can do it now. Whatever they decide to do. Talked about it a little bit in the last episode discussion, but I feel as though, like, you know, the likes of Motoko and whatnot is still going to kind of fight back, you know what I mean, if she can. Also the same with Bato, I feel like. And, you know, we don't know if Boma is dead. We know that Pazu's captured. You know, and also, you know, Togusa is also, you know, in custody as well, even though he doesn't really know anything about the Serrano operation that happened previously. You know, it kind of works out in his favour. So yeah, I don't know how they wrap up this season at all in these last two episodes. So I think we're just going to get into this episode and see what we get. So yep, if you want to go watch the actual reaction, links in the description below. There's also the link to the full length if you want to watch it in full and not just the 10-minute cut version. Then the offer is there for you. But yes, nothing else to read about, so we're going to get in episode 25 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Jesus Christ. Hell of an episode. Like, I just felt it never let up on, like, I guess the stakes of, like, fuck, I don't know what's happening here. Like, I just, fucking hell, it never let up. I don't know how the fuck they... It's like they were breathing down their necks at all times. Like, they know where they are all the time. Bloody hell. It's just... Oh, I don't know. It just never let up. Saito was immediately captured. Ishikawa got in there in his little pachinko sort of business thing that he has, like, on the side that he uses, like, in tandem with what he was doing at Section 9 and disposed of evidence. So well done to him. He did get a fucking hell of a beating for it, and I feel like he's in not a great place right now. The Tachikomas, fucking hell. Damn it, my boys. It all added up in the end. Like, the whole thing with them was always like they are starting to get independent tendencies and everything like that, and because of that they were shipped out back to the lab. Some of they actually got to a point where they knew where they were, so they escaped. You know, and having them come back was really nice to obviously aid Bato and end up giving their lives for it, which, damn, it sucks. It sucks that they had to go. But the whole point of, like, them sort of... The idea around them that they may have acquired a ghost, you know, like... Because, you know, they're always like asking the question about what it means to... You know, like, what does a ghost really mean? Like, what is it all about? They're always drawing this line between human and machine, and, you know, like, the crossover of that. So, you know, is it just a case of it just straight up, you know, humans have ghosts, and you listen to that, you know, from time to time. But yeah, so there was 3 of them. I love the fact that they had, like, you know, especially the construction one had a paint job that was yellow and black, obviously to signify that it was construction. You know, and yeah, they had to give their lives for it, and kamikaze to save Bato. Fucking hell, like, Bato got the shit kicked out of him as well. The point, like, he ended up hacking some guy's eyes, which I was surprised by. Like, so I don't know. Does that mean that Motoko has, like, transferred memories across also? from what she got from the Laughing Man? I don't know. I mean, I guess so, because I'm pretty sure Bato didn't have access to that kind of shit beforehand. And I don't know. And I want to know actually what the actual Laughing Man, like what Aoi is doing at this moment in time. Like, I want to know what he's doing, you know? Because obviously he knows about everything that's going on now. You know what I mean? He has to. So, you know, I want to know what he's up to, and when he'll come back. The thing is that they left. Obviously, last time we saw him was when he gave those memories over, and then left for the final phase of the plan. But as I was talking about in episode 23, I feel as though it could, like, the final phase of the plan could have been to give Motoko his memories and Motoko go through with the final phase of the plan, you know? So it's almost as if, like, he's like, the Laughing Man's done his job, almost, you know? So I don't know if they've left it really obscure in that regard, and for that reason I quite like it, because it means that, like, there's a possibility for him to return, but also not, you know? It's just going to be a thing of, you know, whether he decides to continue on with what he's doing, you know? I feel as though I will be aware of what has literally just happened with Section 9 and everything like that, so he may be forced to come back in and help in that, you know, in that way. And yeah, finally the ending. It's not Motoko, I'm pretty sure of that. There was a moment where her arm fell over and the watch wasn't there. So I don't think it's her. It could be another remote puppet. They did obviously bring that back for that one scene, which I guess it makes sense she took it, like she was like using it, but I feel like it also threw the remote puppet thing in there so that you're aware of her using remote puppets. It's interesting that that's what it was. I was wondering, like, back in the episode where the Tachikomas, like, the one Tachikoma went out on an adventure and there was, like, a younger Motoko following them around, and I thought it was just a different body she was using, but it turns out it's just a remote puppet that she kind of handles from her apartment, I guess. And it wouldn't surprise me if she has more than that, you know? The fact that she didn't have the watch on, like when we saw her arm fall over, just tells me that, yeah, that's not her. And also the fact of, like, there's another season. I feel like there's no way, you know, that she would be dead. There's still more to uncover in the story, so it's not like she's going to be dead. But I like the way that it was set up, though, you know, like, and fucking how brutal it was, like, instant, you know. They could have easily, like, had it where they drew it out long, and, you know what I mean, and they did up until the bullet was fired, and it was just immediately, you know. Yeah, fuck, brutal. But yeah, poor Bato, man. Like, Bato's suffered. You know, like, he got beat the shit out of, and then he's just witnessed that, and to him, he doesn't, you know, to him that is real. That literally just happened to Motoko. So bless him, because he's going to be a bit scarred from that one. But I feel like this was all possibly planned out from Motoko, and in that, like, it, you know, I'm thinking that this is my theory of what went down. So Aramaki, right, at the very beginning of the episode, give a file over to the Justice Ministry, or the Ministry of Justice Minister, whoever the guy was, right? That was, you know, Aramaki was like, I care more about the people, obviously his team, than he does the whole thing of Section 9. He cares about the people and he wants them to remain alive, right? So I think that's how all of them knew. Like, I think that's how they were always able to find out where they were. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the pachinko place and everything like that. I could be wrong, but I feel like that could possibly be the case. And I think Motoko was doing her own thing, and I think what she was possibly doing was setting... I think she knew ahead of time something that was going to happen there at the end of the episode, where it allows for... I think it allows for Bato to be safe because he's captured, not killed, right? So if Motoko was doing that specifically so that Bato would survive and live, then I can see her possibly doing that. But also this puts in it puts Motoko in a great position for the fake death to actually work in their favour. Because now it's like it's been witnessed that she's died, but she hasn't really. So, you know, like, she is now, like, essentially invisible to, you know, the government and everything like that, which means as long as she doesn't get caught, which she may do at some point, it means that she can work in the shadows a hell of a lot more now because they are convinced that she is dead. You know, and I think in the situation that they're in, it works better that Bato thinks she's dead as well, you know, because then it's like he's convinced that she's dead, the government's convinced that she's dead. It means that there is no possible way that the government can think that she's alive and doing things in the background, you know. So yeah, I mean, so as of right now, they're all captured, aside from Bulma, who we just don't know about yet. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be an interesting last episode, put it that way. It really is. And I don't know where they're going to go with it. Like I said, like it's similar to what I was like at the end of last episode, where it's just like I don't know where they go to end off the season. You know what I mean? Because this was like fucking, you know, just pure action of them tracking down Section 9 and whatever like that, you know, and a lot of shit went down in this episode. But what do you do in this last episode? I guess in a way, you use this episode as that sort of blowout, right? That big sort of ending. And the finale could be like a more slower kind of where it's like it sets up the second season to go, you know what I mean? And then you just, you know what I mean? Therefore, you don't need, you know, a first episode of the second season to set up what's about to happen. If you use the last episode of season 1 to set up what's going to happen in the next season, it means that season 2 can just kick off like that and we're away. So yeah, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I mean, fucking hell. R.I.P. to my Tachikoma boys. It's sad. It's sad. I want them to come back. Motoko brought out something though, right? She took out again, another floppy disk thing. So I wonder if that is containing the data of the Tachikomas, and at some point in the future they can come back. Because remember, they were all synchronized, but at least, you know, some of them obviously aren't going to have... I guess their individualistic tendencies would all just compile into one again anyway, because you know, and all of that. But I'm hoping that that's what that was. It was like a data disk or something like that that can be used to bring them back later on. I hope so, because I want to see my boys again, you know. But yeah, so rest in peace to my boys. Rest in peace to fake Motoko, because I'm guaranteed that wasn't her. You know what I mean? I'll be fucking very surprised. And it wouldn't surprise me if we just don't see Motoko at all for the entire next episode, and then the very last shot is revealed, she's alive. No way. But yeah, anyway, that is all I've got for episode 25. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well, so if you do want to support me on Patreon, that'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards on there, like early access for $5 a month. That gives you access to shows a week early. So after you've watched this episode and the finale, if you want to have access to the premiere of Season 2 and Episode 2, then you can do by being an early access tier patron. There's also the full length tier if you want to watch any of my reactions in full. And there is the exclusive tier if you want to watch my movie reactions and things like that when I start reacting to movies, which is coming up very soon. So yeah, you can enjoy those. But that is all I've got, so thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.